Anyway, but no, we did actually have a great, we've been talking to a lot of your peers, Carmen Rojas, Rick Wills, Michael Manring, Larry Grenadier.
Bruce Thomas, which was hilarious.
That was a good,
yeah, we have to ask
Mr. Curmudgeon.
We've never actually met. I mean, I've worked with, I've done a couple of things with Elvis Costello, but I've never met Bruce. Our paths have never crossed. But
well, I must tell you, he before we did the interview, he was sort of searching us to make sure that we actually were real. And so he goes, "Oh, you're the one with the coffee table basses." You know, because all my I'll give you
show him that we and actually we did a feature on this, but David insists on these. You know, he's from the
massive 6-string basses, and big strings and blues strings because I can.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
And of course, you see my bass in the background here. It's one of those old 4-string Fender basses, David. You know,
yes, I've heard of them. They're vaguely familiar.
Yeah, yeah.
The bass of the proletariat, the working class bass.
But so what ended up happening with Bruce, we started sending him pictures of the basses this way with wine glasses and such on it. And
I'll send you that. I'll send Dave Swift. I will send you the thing we did with Eating with Your Bass, and all our favorite bass players: Mike Biseglia, Paul Page,
spaghetti on it.
Yeah. So
put a few magazines over it.
We did, yes. So,
as a matter of fact, Tom, I never told you, he sent me a picture of a coffee table and said, "Does this look familiar? You just need to put strings on it."
I know. Well, the thing is, I mean, I'm glad the stigma isn't quite as bad with the 6-string, particularly 6-string and boutique basses as it was back in the day. I remember coming to London, and I turned up to London with a Ken Smith 6-string, quilted maple, gold hardware. You know, I didn't get many gigs, not on electric bass. I mean, I got loads of gigs on acoustic bass, but as soon as people just didn't want to see those kind of instruments. You know.
Well, you know, let's start off with the state of the instrument, and David, David has gotten a lot of guff on the extended range. And I wonder why the stigma associated with that instrument, because when you look at the electric bass, it was a groundbreaking instrument in the first place. It changed pop music, the course of pop music history. So you would think that bass players would always be on the forefront of innovation. And it's almost, to my ears, it's the right tool for the right job in terms of. You know.
Well, also, if you go back and I'm a big fan of Anthony Jackson. You know, he's a real hero of mine in so many ways, and known as the inventor of the modern day 6-string bass. And he said,
the contrabass.
Yeah, the contrabass, exactly. And he said in an interview, I love reading Anthony's interviews. There's so much sort of stuff in there. But he said, you know, why wasn't the bass guitar 6 strings in the beginning? Because actually, the bass guitar, it's you know, there's that whole thing about it's a bass, not a guitar. Actually, it is a guitar. It's just the lowest pitched member of the guitar family. I mean, I've been playing double bass all my adult life. So if you put a double bass, you know, and a bass guitar next to it, and a guitar, you know, which does the bass guitar resemble more? The acoustic double bass or an electric guitar, you know? So Anthony says, you know, why didn't it have 6 strings from day one? You know, and I guess from a marketing point of view, you know, Leo Fender was more used to dealing with guitars, and also he saw an opportunity to make bass players' lives a lot easier by making a more portable instrument and one that didn't feed back and you could amplify. So of course, you know, he put the 4 strings on it because they wanted to attract upright bass players. He wanted to sell a load of instruments. But actually, I think Anthony's got a great point. You know, why not give it 6 strings? Because it's still technically more part of the guitar family, I feel personally. I'm with David.